Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zoe, vet physio here at Fit Pet Physio. I'm a mobile vet physio covering West Yorkshire in the UK, and today we're going to have a little look at what at-home exercises we can be doing, what at-home fitness stuff we can be doing for our sporting and working dogs, because I specialise in treating sporting and working dogs. I'm back, and yes, I am wearing different clothes and I am sat somewhere different. I filmed the intro to this video, which you've just seen, yesterday, and then I forgot about doing the rest of it. So I'm back and we're going to talk about what stuff we can do with our dogs at home to enhance their fitness. So if you've ever sat thinking, like, have I done enough? Like, have I done enough at-home training to support the training that I'm doing outside? Am I ready for competition? Anything like that, this is a good video for you, because we're going to have a look at all of the stuff that you can do at home to help enhance your dog's fitness. So if you've been attending classes regularly, you walk your dog regularly, then the benefits of at-home training are going to be supporting your dog's overall fitness, making sure that their sporting performance is enhanced, and providing some mental stimulation as well, because high energy working dogs want to do all the time, and we can't let them keep going and going and going all the time, because they're going to end up injured if we do too much. So this is a great way of supporting them, keeping them strong, but without increasing injury risk. So with injury risk in mind, how often should we be training at home? Like, what should we be doing? Let's have a look. So we want to aim for about 15 to 30 minutes a day maximum at home training. Like, you're already going on your walks, you're already doing weekly training, weekly competitions, whatever it may be. Like, we don't need to be doing loads at home. We just want to support that, and we want to support our dog's conditioning and their strength. So we want to have shorter sessions. Now, I know that when you're at training session, you can do like an hour-long training session. Why can't you do an hour at home? Couple of things. One, you're gonna take less breaks at home. Like, unless you have multiple dogs that you're training all at the same time, your dog's not going to get the same length break as they would in a class environment. We're also going to be focusing on maybe one or two different skills or activities, so it's going to be more intense, especially for specific muscle groups that we're going to be working. So we want to make sure that we're focused on those repetitions and that they're all good, which means our dogs are going to tire quicker. They're also going to get a little bit bored if we do too much. And the third thing is we're probably going to be looking at new skills, so skills that you don't think are quite up to competition standard yet, something you want to work on. So it's going to be a lot more mental effort for them as well. So again, they're just going to get tired quicker. So what can you do for at-home training? What should you be looking at? So easiest thing to do is to focus on one element of your sport or whatever you've been training in class and perfect that. So if you have been working on box turns, for example, in flyball, and you know your dog needs a little bit more practice, you could do that. If you have been training obedience and your heel work needs a little bit of practice, you could do that. Great. The second thing that we could do is we could switch sides. So especially with things like heel work, where we're always doing it on one side, there's always a right way and a wrong way of doing it, we can ask our dogs to go the other way. Similarly, if we have a flyball dog that always turns one way, or we have an agility dog that prefers to turn one way than the other, we can ask them to do things going in the other direction. That could just be walking, it could be practicing a turn for the agility dogs in the other direction, anything that gets them working the other side of their body. So when our dogs work in one direction, say we're going to the right, then the left side of their body is having to take a longer stride and is having to push and to make that stride longer, and that is what's giving them that extra distance. It's the power from the left hand side, and the right hand side is having to curve in and to flex so that we turn to the right. But what we want to then do is make sure that we can elongate on the right hand side so that the right side has got equal power, and we can flex on the left hand side so that we're stretching out the right hand side of the body. I hope that all makes sense. If you have any questions, pop them down in the comments and I will bob on and answer them either in another video or in the comments. But that's a great way to make sure that your dog's even both sides, because an even symmetrical dog is much less likely to get an injury than a dog that's uneven. If we're always overworking one side, we, one, predispose the weak side to injury because it's not as strong, and two, we predispose the side that's always working to injury because it's doing too much. Another thing you could do is have a look at scent and brain games to keep your dog mentally stimulated. So if you're happy that your dog's getting enough physical activity, they're pretty, good at their sport now, they're where you want them to be, they're, you're just doing basic stuff at home to keep them ticking over, then scent and brain games is a really good way to challenge them mentally so that they're a little bit more tired out. Because I think we all know that, like, if you've got a sporting active dog and you are doing lots with them, they only get fitter and fitter and fitter, and then they want to do more and more and more. So that's a really good way to help tire them out so that they're not getting too angsty and like, why can't we do any more, why can't we do any more? Another thing you could do is some conditioning exercises. So exercises that target strength, endurance and muscle building. I do have a whole other blog post about that, which I will link below if you want to know specific activities and exercises that you can do for conditioning. And the fifth thing you could do is you could just have a rest day. So that is a really important part of training, to make sure that our dogs have some rest. So it could be that you just do lead walks, it could be that you skip your walks and you just do at-home training, or it could be that you just skip at-home training and just go for your lead walks. Whatever seems to work best for your dog. So if you're thinking that all sounds great, but I'm just getting started, I haven't done much competing or much training, like my dog's still young, where do I start? Great thing to do is to make sure that you're starting with daily walks. Start with 10 to 15 minute walks 2 or 3 times a day and build up from there. Once your dog gets fitter, you can start adding in time so that you can go for longer walks. You can start with basic obedience. So basic obedience moves like walking to heel, sits, downs, stays, stands, all really good for building a strong foundation for any sport or any active dog. And these are also some of the really common conditioning exercises we use, because they're everyday movements that our dogs need to be able to do really, really well. And then you can gradually increase as your fitness and your dog's fitness improves. You can start doing more, start looking more into more complex conditioning exercises, start looking into sports if that's what you want to do. Try a few different sports out and see what works best for your dog. I'd love to know in the comments, if you've got this far, what sporting activity your dog does. So let me know, and I look forward to seeing you soon in another video. If you've any ideas of videos you'd like to see, again, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to make them for you. All right, see you soon.